If you like what you're hearing, consider supporting us on Patreon. Click on the link in the description or go to patreon.com/backyardtrashtalk. Hello and welcome to Backyard Trash... I'm restarting. I'm restarting.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to Backyard... This sucks. Okay. Hello and welcome to Backyard Trash Talk. My name is Jacob Young-Tran, and today we are joined by our co-host, Sabrina. Sabrina, can I say your last name?
Yeah, you can say my last name.
Today we're joined by our co-host, Sabrina Angels in the Night, and
I love it.
it is smoky outside.
Very smoky.
Yeah, apparently there's like a house fire like a couple blocks away. Actually, what was going to happen, but unfortunately backyard plans had to close, so our guest couldn't arrive today. We were supposed to record with a good friend named Alan, and it was his birthday recently too, so it was been a fun little birthday celebration, but his house, his old house where he used to live, that's where the fire was. It wasn't on his house, but it was really close to there. It was like on the same block or something.
Yeah, and because we are still technically, it is quarantine, social distancing, and all that. We weren't sure if like how many people Jacob's mom wanted in the house or not. So
unfortunately, we couldn't have him on this episode, but we'll be sure to have him on sometime very, very, very soon because he is awesome. He's 19. So he's going to be our first adult guest, technical adult.
Yes, technical adult, yes.
Technical adult.
Adult.
Speaking of which, you're 17. You're almost an adult. How do you feel?
I don't feel like almost an adult.
Do you feel different in any way?
I feel different in the age-wise, but I don't feel different. Like, I still feel like I'm a kid, but at the same time,
so you don't feel different age-wise?
I guess I would word it. Yeah, I feel a little older, yeah.
You do feel
17.
Older. Dude, okay.
17
honestly,
is more different than 16.
Birthdays are kind of superficial in my opinion, because, like, all right, think about it. It's not like you just got a year older overnight. That year's been happening. The day before you were 16, you were pretty much 17. You were 16 in 364 days. That's pretty much 17. So
yeah, but like
probably shouldn't feel much more different. I wouldn't imagine that it feels any more different. I imagine it would feel like really, really gradual. I suspect like the only age where you would really feel a difference, and that was not a fart, that was the chair, I swear. The only time where you would feel a difference in age is like turning 18, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
usually they should say it's 18, or when you're little. And I remember, at least when I was little, the big double digits, you were gonna be 10 now instead of a single digit, and I remember that was like the coolest thing when I was that age.
I never celebrate. I celebrated my 10th birthday, but I didn't make it any special. I don't remember what it was at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At the age of 18 though, you can legally get married.
Yeah, you can legally get married.
So one more year, you want to plan a wedding? Wait, I'm 14. Wait, does that matter?
That does matter.
I would be 15.
Yes, you would be 15.
15-year-olds can marry with parental consent. Parental consent.
But you can't if the person's a legal adult, technically.
Dude, ages are really, really funky.
They are funky.
Like, why are there, like, laws surrounding ages? Like, ages you have to be married, and then why is the age for you to drink 21, and why is you're getting married at age 18?
And everybody knows that the age of, like, for drinking, that nobody follows those rules.
Well,
like,
a lot of people follow those rules. You can't go into a bar unless you're 21.
Well, obviously, but
unless
I mean,
a
lot of people start drinking in, like, college.
Unless you pull a McLovin and just, like, go to a bar with a fake ID.
Yeah, true.
Or just go to a liquor store that got robbed.
And
drink with some cops.
That got weird real quick.
It's super bad reference. Have you ever had alcohol?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah.
I've just had a sip. Like, it's like that type of thing where your parents are like, "Hey, do you like want to try this?" Or, "Hey, like, can I try this?" But
yeah.
It's only a sip, so I've never actually had like alcohol.
I remember when I was little. I remember this as the only time I remember actually having alcohol. I was at a party, like I think it was like just a house party. It was like some sort of party. I was little. I was like 6, and one of the drunk adults was just like, "Hey, you want some alcohol?" And he handed me like a spritzer. Mm-hmm. In case you don't know what a spritzer is, it's just like a little bit of vodka and a lot of Sprite, I think. Mm-hmm. But basically, I sipped that, and then I felt really drowsy. I danced like a ballerina in the living room, and then I slept for like 17 hours.
Holy crap!
But then someone, I forget who it was, someone told me that's not actual drinking. That's not what you act like when you're drunk. That's just something called like placebo drunkenness, where like you think you're drunk,
Where
but
you think
you're
you're
not.
drunk, but you're not.
Yeah, I have a friend named Kyle who was telling me a similar story about the one time that he had a sip of alcohol. He said it tasted like piss. Then when he sat down, he tried reading, and then like suddenly the book just started changing colors, and then he went to sleep for a long time. I don't know how drunkenness works, so I can't verify if that's like real or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that would. It was probably just really, really strong alcohol.
If there's some people who are listening to this and they've actually had alcohol, they're just like shaking their heads at us, just like these noobs don't have alcohol in their lives yet. I've heard underage drinking is light years better than regular drinking.
Why? Is it
'Cause, like,
because
it's
you're
just, like,
breaking the rules
yeah, the whole
and it's
rebelling
like
factor.
you're rebelling and you?
Because like when you're older, like yeah, drinking's cool and all, but like it just gets to like to the point where you're just like sad.
Oh jeez.
You're just like it's there. If you become like an alcohol, Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy is an unhealthy drinker. Like, yeah, sure, the occasional drink is good, but like eventually it starts to get like, dude, it's a bad path. I mean, I'm not saying I'm never gonna have alcohol, because like, here's my one experience with alcohol. It was around Mother's Day. My mom had a beer. It was like a Corona beer or something, so it wasn't even that good.
Oh gosh.
But I asked for a sip, and no, I mentioned that I've never had beer before, and she was like, "Oh, you want a sip?" And I'm just like, "Okay, sure." She's offered me that like for years, like I think since I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But I always passed the opportunity because I thought, "Ooh, I'm being safe. I'm
being cooler by not underage drinking. Look at me.
so wise. The adults are gonna love me." But in reality, my mom was just like, "Okay, then."
The first time I had a Corona beer was at a wedding at my stepdad's niece's wedding.
Stepdad's
Niece's wedding, yeah. And they had like this kind of keg looking thing where you just like put the beer. I don't know if it was a keg. I don't think it was a keg. That would be weird if that was at a wedding.
Who puts Corona beer in a keg? That's not what you do with that.
Not a keg, but I don't know what it was. It was big circular and a knob. Like
That's
you
called
can.
a keg.
Is that a keg?
That's a keg.
Where you like turn
you
it.
gotta-
You can turn it and it can have lemonade or anything you want in it.
Yes.
Okay, then
But
yes.
not Corona. Okay, I guess it could have Corona beer. You could have a tomato soup in there. Oh, a tomato soup keg.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That sounds
Sorry,
good.
keep going.
But anyway, I tried some of that beer and it was so bitter. I spit it out automatically. Mom's like, "Sure, you can have beer," and they laughed at me for it.
So there's only been like 3 stores where I remember having alcohol. The one that I was continuing before I was so rudely interrupted.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. I love you. The one time recently was like I had a sip and then I was just like, "Ugh, what is this piss? Tastes like piss." Put it away. I didn't want it ever again. It was out of my sight. And then like 5 minutes later, I looked back over and I was like, "You know what? Kind of want some more of that piss."
Nice. You good?
How come every time we record a podcast, I always have something? Shut up. I always have something in my throat.
Because you're always so animated. You're like,
Does that cause phlegm to form in your throat?
phlegm. Yes.
No, it's spelled with a G, so I don't know. Anyways, so I asked for another sip, right? And my mom was just like, "Okay," and then I was just like, "Ugh, it tastes like piss. I hate this." And then I put it away, and it was out of my sight, and I kept eating my mac and cheese. And then I looked back over again, like 10 minutes later, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, can I have some more of that?" No. She's just like, "I don't want you to get into this." I was letting you try some, but no. Okay. And then there was
The
one
only
other-
so-called alcohol I had as a kid was Mike's Hard Lemonade, and that barely has any alcohol in it. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
that has alcohol
Like
in it?
alcoholic. Yeah, it does. But it has like 5%, 1%. Like not a lot. Most of it's like juice. Most of it's lemon juice. Oh, you're picking. You're picking in your teeth, love.
Why is that necessary? That was
I just had to.
Unnecessary.
I just had to.
I muted my mic so you wouldn't have to say anything about that, but no, you're picking out your teeth, love. Ooh, gotta get a little toothpick in there. Anyways, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was not an attractive laugh.
no, I loved it.
the first time that I ever had alcohol actually in my mouth was at Disneyland. I think I've told you this story before. But basically, we all, even when we were little, our moms always had that one friend who was just like big time drinker, big time just partier, that kind of person. So we were all on a Disney trip with my old school, like in like elementary school, little elementary school. Like I was probably 4 or 5 or 6, right? And obviously they don't allow alcohol in Disneyland.
Yeah.
But this one mom tried to sneak in some vodka in a water bottle. Are you going to silence your phone?
I'm sorry. I kept it on just in case if my...
What?
Guess why it's all going... Stop it!
Is it the
Guess
Rocket
why it's
group
all
chat?
going off?
What?
It's because it's from your Instagram account.
Mine?
Yeah, somebody's... I don't know who's talking to you, but they're like...
Someone's talking to me? Ew, people don't talk to me. What the heck?
I think
on.
it was some type of teacher. I don't know who it was.
A teacher?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. This
What
lady
kind of
was...
teacher reaches out to their students on Instagram and being like, "Hey, you free this Saturday?"
That would be creepy.
That would be very. Anyways,
That'd be like one of
vodka and
those
water.
pedophile teachers.
I once had a teacher who like briefly showed porn in class. Very briefly. Like they turned on the projector and they forgot it was on the computer screen, so they just shut it off real quick. But the whole class saw it.
The whole
and
class already saw it.
It was priceless. Anyways, vodka and water bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So me and my sister were thirsty. It was Disneyland. So my mom's just like, "Here, have this water." Haley takes a sip. By the way, Haley's my sister. Haley takes a sip and then just spits it out everywhere. Ew, this water's gross. I take a sip and I leave it in my mouth. I'm like, this water's pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'm going to be an alcoholic when I grow up.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just going to really like alcohol.
Probably. But hopefully not to the bad extent.
No, yeah.
I know some family secret about my dad, but I don't know if I should spill it or not.
Well, do you think it's worthy of being spelt? Spilt? Spelt? Spalt? Spalt?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if he listens to it. He probably doesn't listen to it.
Dude, just spill.
Spill it? Okay.
If he listens, it'll be a fond family memory.
Yeah, fond family memory. So when we're talking about underage drinking, my dad, when he was younger, used to underage drink a lot, but eventually he stopped. Like, he eventually stopped just because he had this one scary experience where, like, he woke up in this place that he didn't recognize at all.
That's like the plot of The Hangover. You ever seen The Hangover?
Yeah.
That's a hilarious movie. Well, you've seen The Hangover?
Yeah.
Oh my
love
god, I freaking love that movie.
I want to rewatch it again, though.
Yeah, we should watch it together sometime.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think we have it.
That'd be fun.
It's on Netflix or something. I don't know. We should watch it for Lazy Sunday.
We should.
By the way, there's something that me and Sabrina do that I really like. It's called Lazy Sunday. Basically, the second Sunday of every month, we do nothing all day.
Yeah, we do nothing.
Oh, except for every Sunday, I have to go play tennis in the morning.
Now it
Yeah,
is.
now,
Before that, what wasn't going on?
My schedule. You would have think coronavirus would like clear things out and make sure like everything is boring and stuff. Oh no, my mom has made sure that we have plenty to do. Pretty much my entire week is filled up. I don't think I'm doing anything. Or maybe on Monday. I don't know. Basically,
yeah, piano Monday.
I think actually we rescheduled that this morning.
Oh, really? To when?
Yep, finally to Tuesday. So on Tuesday at freaking 9 a.m. I have tennis for 2 hours. By the way, I don't like tennis. Just to make that clear, I'm not your standard Asian who just like tennis this, tennis that. I'm not about that life. I mean, I'm not shaming those who are. I think tennis is a cool sport, but it's just not my sport. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, no sport is our sport because look at us.
Because look at us.
Anyway,
oh my gosh.
So freaking Tuesday, 9 a.m. I have tennis. By the way, the place is 30 minutes away, so we have to leave at 9:30. Tennis, 2 hours. It's not fun. And then when I get home at from 2 to 3 or from 3 to 4 or something, I have piano. Which I don't like piano lessons, but it's whatever. I think I just have
He loves piano, but he doesn't like piano lessons. I think it's because you're being told what to do.
I think it's just I have a thing where if it's a part of my schedule, I hate it.
Really?
I like doing things when I want to. Like, I'm sure tennis wouldn't be bad if I could just go out whenever I wanted to play tennis.
Yeah.
But the
fact
fact
I don't
that
like. That's why for a while I didn't like. I love singing lessons, but then after a while it just got kind of old, just because I wasn't learning anything new. And so then,
wow, look at you over here, a professional singer. Sing us a song. You're the piano.
No, I'm not
sing
gonna
us
sing
a song.
it.
Sing.
No,
Sing it.
no.
Sing that one song by Aha, the one on the radio.
Aha.
Yeah.
What?
Da na 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 na.
Oh no.
Sing it. Come on.
No.
But
I still I don't know. I want to improve though in singing and guitar and piano and all that, but I also want to do drama. Okay, can you not?
Not until you sing.
No. But we're both in drama. Well, at least we both did the music hall together.
Talking away.
I don't know what to say. I'll say it anyway.
Oh my god, okay. In this Minecraft day, so beautiful.
We played Minecraft last night.
Oh yeah,
and we were in this mine shaft and we couldn't find mine shaft. Is that right?
Mine shaft, yeah.
Yeah, mine shaft, and we couldn't find any because we were trying to find a saddle because me and Jacob got horses and my horse was being
every
a little
couple's
crap.
dream, having their own Minecraft world together.
I know.
I feel like we're like the high school embodiment of like a kindergarten relationship. What? Well, then why did you make that whole stanky face?
Stanky face? Well, nobody knows. Nobody's looking. What? Nobody's looking? I mean, nobody sees me.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're making this weird, dude.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
I don't think I've ever heard the words "dude" come out of your mouth before, ever.
Yeah, dude.
That's not your thing. Please don't do that.
Why, dude?
You know what? Yeah, just call me Jacob. Have you ever called me Jacob before? Ever?
Yeah, I've been calling you Jacob a lot today.
Oh, okay. Let me hear it.
Jacob?
What's one of the weirdest names you've ever heard? Oh my god, I read a Reddit thread. On legal advice. Or his relationship advice or something about like this guy who wanted to change his name because he was born with a basically like his aunt like died and his parents wanted to honor his aunt by like naming him after the aunt, which is fine if it's like a unisex name.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
growing
fine.
up, the kid, the parents always told the kid it was unisex, so he just kind of believed it was. And then he posted on Reddit about wanting to change his name just because he's been bullied for it so frickin' much. Okay, so he was just like, I know it's a unisex name and all that, so I don't know if I should complain, but my parents are pissed, so I don't know what to do. Should I change my name or not? And then the comments were like, what's your name? Guess what his name was?
What?
Sabrina.
No way!
How many guys do you know named Sabrina?
No, that's not a unisex name.
Yeah.
What the heck? That's so weird.
Yeah, I know.
Who would think, oh yeah, Sabrina's a nice name for a boy. Like a little boy. That's horrible.
That's cruel. And like all the kids growing up would like make fun of him and all that. And then so everyone in the comments are just like, dude, just come up with a nickname and just stick to that. And he's just like, cool, I'm calling myself Sabe. Which I mean, that's better than Sabrina.
Yeah.
It's still more masculine, but dude, honestly, oh my god. What's the weirdest name you've ever come across?
The weirdest name I've ever come across?
Yeah.
Probably the name when it's probably the weirdest name I've ever heard is from a celebrity. No doubt.
What's the name?
Whatever that name. What was that name that came out? That was the numbers.
Oh my god, Elon Musk's kid?
Yeah. That was the weirdest name I've ever heard in my life.
He's definitely not going to name the child that, right?
I don't know.
He's definitely not.
I hope not.
Yeah, dude, poor kid. But honestly, though, if I was ever a celebrity...
But I mean, then again, like, you could always brag and be like, hey, I have numbers in my name. Ha! Nobody has numbers in their name.
Yeah, and then everyone's going to be like, great job, R2-D2. We're all so jealous of you that we don't have the number 49 in our name.
That's
Jesus. If I'm ever a celebrity, though, I am definitely going to name my kid something stupid. What's up with celebrities naming kids stupid stuff? Like, I think, like, Jason Lee, Dave from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Yeah.
His kid's name is, like, Pilot Inspector.
Oh!
Pilot Inspector spelled with a K.
A K?
Yeah. I think Gwen Stefani has a kid named Zuma Nesta Rock.
No way.
I'm thinking, Penn Jillette. You know Penn Jillette, the magician, Penn and Teller?
Oh, yeah, Penn and Teller.
So Penn Jillette, his kid's name is Moxie Crime Fighter.
Why?
I don't know, dude, but honestly though, like, the Kanye West's kid, Northwest.
Yeah.
Rob Morrow, you know him?
Uh-huh.
Rob Murrow. His son or his daughter's name is Two, making the child's name Tomorrow.
Oh!
He literally screwed up his daughter's life for a lame pun, and my God, I wish I was that kid though. Honestly.
Well, is it spelled like TWO?
No, TU and then just Morrow. It's like the have you seen the Abbot and Costello skit where it's like who's on first? And it's like, okay, well, basically the skit's just like they're talking about who's on field like for a baseball game, and they're just like who's on first, but the guy who was on first base was actually named Who, so it was like, yeah, who's on first? No, he's like, no, who's on first? And he's like, who's on first? And he's like, what's the name? And then he's like, what's the name of the person on first? And then he's like, no, what's the name of the person on second? And he's just like, I don't know, what? Because what was the name of the person who was on second?
That's hilarious.
It's a hilarious skit. I have to show you it later, but okay, I swear to God, it's the chair, not me.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, I freaking love Abbott and Costello. They also have another really famous skit where it's just like it's like 7 divided into 28, or 7 goes into 28. My math teacher showed me that one time. It was like the guy was like trying to pay his rent, but he needed to prove that like 7 went into 28. Or 13 goes into 20. Yeah, 13 goes into 28. I don't know. Those guys are hilarious, and they're like a really, really big comedic inspiration to me. I don't give them enough credit because I used to watch them all the time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Do you think I'm funny?
Yes. No
That's
doubt.
You're just saying that.
No, I'm not.
You're just saying that.
I'd say a lot of people think you're funny.
What
was that?
I got the. Speaking of, you're just saying that. I actually watched a sketch this morning, another comedy sketch, by this group called Studio C. You've ever heard of them? Studio C. Well, they're a comedy studio that's based in BYU. I used to watch them all the time as a kid. They have this one really, really famous video. It's called Top Soccer Shootout Ever with Scott Sterling. Have you ever seen that video? Oh my God, really? That is.
No, I'm very uncultured.
Basically, it's about it was a fake sketch, of course, but it was like this goalkeeper who like stayed in goal, and then like the other team would constantly just be kicking the ball in his face. It was hilarious, and the commentators are great. They're just a great. They were a great comedic group, and they're also a really big. You good?
Try for the yawn.
And they're also a really big comedic inspiration to me, but basically the sketch that I was watching, I just started watching them again this morning because they recasted everyone, and since then I started hating them. So, but basically they have a sketch called "You're Just Saying That," and basically it was like this dude telling his brother that he loves him, and he's just like, "No, you don't love me. You're just saying that." And it was really funny because like the whole time he was just like, "I love you, man." And he's just like, "You're just saying that," and he's like, "No, I love you. I love you." And by the end, he finally convinced him. He's like, "I love you," and the brother was like, "I love you too." And the first guy was like, "You're just saying that, aren't you?" And he's just like, "I know."
That's hilarious.
So I'm gonna be using that on you every single time now. When I don't believe something you say, I'm just gonna say, "You're just saying that." Do you have any one-liners?
One-liners?
Like any like catchphrases? Would you say?
Oh my God.
Yes, that's true.
I say it way too much.
Oh my God.
Wait, no, seriously? I don't know if I say that one as much.
I remember we tried to come up with one for you, and it was "Turn that frown
upside
upside
down." Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Do I have any?
Yeah.
What are they? Can you name one?
I mean, okay, you don't really say them though as much as you used to, though.
I'm not talking about like our cute like couple like one-liners. I'm talking about, do I actually have a one-liner that I say?
That you say a lot?
Yeah. Like, well, butter my biscuits.
Do you?
I don't know. I could have sworn that I do because I think I remember. Oh, every single time that a hangout is about to end, I go, "It's been educational."
Yeah,
it's been educational. I got that from Back to the Future, and I don't know why, but I loved it. It's been educational. I don't think I have anything else. Obviously, if I did have something, it would be nothing original. I mean, what do you think? I'm some sort of comedic genius or something?
Yes.
Ooh. Sorry, that was weird.
Don't do that.
That was weird.
That was really weird.
I'm sorry. Okay, but the last time we hung out, Oh, there was a whole trademark thing from Fantastic Mr. Fox. You ever seen that movie? No, you haven't seen that movie.
Why'd you ask me that?
I don't know why I asked you that. I guess it was just for the host.
Well, I saw like the first like 20 minutes.
Actually, it was the first like 45 minutes. We made it pretty far.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It was basically they have this thing called like trademarks, and it was like Mr. Fox's thing is like, or I can't whistle.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I don't know. I also kind of liked that trademark, so I did do that for a while, but that was also very, very unoriginal. But eventually, you got sick, and we had to stop watching it because you had to lay down. And we had to do some pressure points on your feet. What is that, by the way? Pressure points on your feet. How did that work?
Well, they're supposed to help ground you.
How do people find pressure points? Like, I just imagine, like, if, like, a person was really stressed, they're just like, medications aren't working, placebo effect's not working, dude, what's going on? And then, like, this one Chinese doctor comes in, and he's just like, I can help. And then he just starts pressing all over the guy's body.
All over, yeah. Well, I have no clue,
That sounds
honestly.
oddly reminiscent of a massage. You're stressed, you're anxious.
Well, you know what? They probably figure out pressure points through massage.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know my mom, she was a massage therapist. She's not anymore. But she's noticed certain places that she would touch people would relax them a lot more than other places.
I can definitely see your mom being a massage therapist.
Yeah, no, she was, and she's still an awesome massage therapist. She stopped, though. I don't remember why she stopped. I think it was just because she was sharing rent with somebody else. But she didn't have like enough money to like pay, but also it was just eventually she was just like it was only a temporary job at the same time. Even though she loved doing it, she just eventually
I get it.
just like how my mom used to work at the senior center.
What did she work as, by the way?
She worked. That's the thing. I'm still trying to figure out. She works because the thing is, her job doesn't really like feel like a job. She sits at the front counter and like lets people know what's going on at the center.
Yeah.
Kind of like helps people around the area. She'll give them food and move
How
the
did we not run into your
tables
mom ever? My mom and I used to volunteer there all the time.
I don't know.
How did we?
Well, I just recently this year we started. She.
Yeah, no, but I volunteered there recently, like just this past Christmas, not Christmas, but the Christmas before that, Christmas before last year. Was she working there then?
No.
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been there though. Those guys are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Because I used to. I was using that as example of being like that was one of her temporary jobs that she did, and now she works at an insurance company.
Dude, and when you're working at an insurance company, you have to be good because insurance, I've always said, is the one thing no one ever wants to buy. Like
that's very true.
Like I remember there was this one scene and I forgot what show it was, but it was like this one scene in a TV show where this guy was trying to sell insurance, and he was just like, yeah, you're too young. Well, you're never too young to buy insurance. Well, just put your mommy and daddy on the phone. he was talking like a 4-year-old kid. I don't know. It was. I think I would be a good insurance salesman.
No,
I'm not good at like
sure
I don't know many jobs where I would excel, but I feel like selling stuff I would excel at.
Yeah, no, you really would. He knows how to word certain things. He's very good with.
Are you talking in the third person about me, or are you talking about someone else?
You.
Oh, okay.
What are you mean talking about somebody else?
No, you just started using he. Yeah, okay.
No, but Jacob's Jacob's very good at phrasing certain things to kind of this sounds kind of bad, but it's not, like, to get his way. Almost he knows how to voice certain things without like offending people.
Yeah, you know, I'm a comedian. Bill Cosby is a comedian.
Oh God, don't compare it to Bill Cosby.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm just kidding. What are you doing?
Alien toes.
Alien toes? What do you think is the weirdest part about your body?
My toes.
Really?
Yeah.
They kind of look normal.
You said they kind of look normal.
Well, I mean, no one looks at toes and just goes like, oh yeah, those are some good toes, unless you're really freaky. But like, I don't even know if that's considered freaky. There's some people, I remember there was this Reddit thread about this one guy who like had a license plate that said toe sucker. Oh! And then they posted it on a subreddit called Cringetopia.
Yeah.
And then one guy in the comments was like commenting, defending toe sucking. He's like, "Why are you kink shaming?" And they're just like, "Oh, found the toe sucker."
Yeah.
And then he responded. He was like, "Yeah, and so what if I am? I am, and I'm proud of it. They're good, and I like it."
Ew.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, it's fine. I'm not gonna, dude, do what you need to do in your bed, right? But just keep it off your car, man.
Yeah, no, keep it off your car.
Yeah, so no one goes at like toes and just goes just like, "Oh yeah, those are some
Look at those nice
toes."
toes.
Yeah, so like I mean, I'd say they're kind of normal just because I don't know the definition of normal toes because I don't go around looking at feet.
I feel like your feet are normal.
Oh, okay. That sounds very okay.
Yeah.
No, because I don't go around staring at people's feet, staring at the
No,
ground.
me neither.
Okay, well, I do go around staring at the ground, but it's for other reasons. Just because I'm ashamed of myself in this world, and so I always look at the ground to remind myself that that's where I'm going to be 6 feet under in a couple years.
Oh, jeez, that got dark.
I don't know where I was
quick.
going with that. What was the weirdest childhood thought you had?
The what?
The weirdest childhood thought you had.
That milk came from the cow's vagina.
Ew.
Yeah.
So it would be just cow piss, essentially.
No, not even cow piss. That it just came from its vagina, almost like
Cow cum?
no. Well, maybe.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh my god!
But
have you seen the 2017 version of Saban's Power Rangers? They made a movie They made a Power Rangers movie in 2017.
Yeah, but I never saw it.
With I think what's her name, Naomi Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lemonade Mouth Girl. But basically in the beginning of that movie, they were talking about like he was just like, dude, I tried to milk because they like stole a cow for like a senior prank or something. I don't know. But and then this dude was just like, yeah, dude, I tried milking the cow, but the milk was all like thick and syrupy, and he's just like, this cow's a male. And then they just started freaking out for a second, and that was the most disgusting joke I've ever heard.
Yeah, that is
in
disgusting.
A movie. But that's basically what you thought. Essentially,
Kind of.
That's what you thought milk was.
Kind of. And it was weird because the udders, because I knew about the udders, but I didn't.
Oh, let's get the obvious part, or let's get the golden
I thought
part
the
out of the way.
udders were the vagina.
Let's get the
Basically.
golden part out of the way. You didn't know about this until I cleared it up for you.
No, we're not going to talk about that.
You didn't know.
No,
you thought this
we're
thought,
not.
not as a baby, but up until I cleared it up for you about a month ago.
Not a month ago.
It was about a month ago.
It was
Sabrina.
not a month ago.
Okay, it was like 2 months ago. It was after school let out.
No, it wasn't.
It was during the coronavirus.
It was, but it wasn't when school got out.
I mean, school got out because of coronavirus. School only got out a couple days ago.
True.
I'm talking about because of coronavirus. You figured this out.
That was probably like in March.
Yeah. No, I was watching.
That's why I was afraid of chocolate milk.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I was afraid of chocolate milk. I didn't know where it came from. I was really confused. I'm like, wait, if this comes from vagina, then where does chocolate milk come from? And I didn't realize that until like later, and I was like, that's why I avoided chocolate milk. Not because I was like, oh, I wonder what chocolate milk tastes like. Like, I'm hoping, like, I think I don't like it. No, it was because I think the whole time as a child, I was afraid where the chocolate milk came from.
It was just chocolate diarrhea.
Ew.
Cow diarrhea. Is that what you thought it was? What else could it be? I don't understand.
I don't know. That's what I was afraid
I don't
of.
understand. Just like a secondary gland. Just like, you know how like cows have like 6 udders. You think just like every udder is like a different flavor, and like that's how you get vanilla milk and normal milk and
That'd
whole
be
milk
awesome.
and chocolate milk and No, but impeccable timing earlier today. I was watching some of my older videos, and I don't do that regularly. Okay, I'm not a narcissist. Okay, well, I am a narcissist, but that's not the reason.
You are a narcissist.
But that's not the reason why I was watching my own
Not
videos.
a narcissist.
I don't know. I don't know myself very much, but well, that's a reason to watch my own videos, is because I get to know myself a little bit more. But basically, there's an old video. I was just watching them for nostalgic sake because I never really watch them. I never really watched them at all. I would just upload them without viewing them, and then I was just like, let's see what this is all about. Let's see why people subscribe.
Let's see why.
I don't. First of all, I never got the answer to that question. I still don't know why people subscribe to this crap. But there was this one video called like Random Thoughts that I thought of when I was a baby. And then my sister came in while I was watching that video at impeccable timing. She was just like, "Hey Jacob, remember when you were a baby and you would call Dr. Scrubs sponges, and you came to school dressed up as a doctor saying, 'I'm wearing a sponge.'"
Oh my gosh!
My sister found a video actually.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Oh shoot. Let's see if I can. find the freaking thing. But okay.
I knew though that chocolate milk when you had regular milk and you put in chocolate syrup, I knew that can turn into chocolate milk. But other than that, I was like, what?
You? Oh, dang it. I don't have the video.
You don't have it?
No. I'll show it to you later, but oh shoot, I actually just turned on the computer, but
Oops.
Whoa, what was that?
I do not know.
Do you have any embarrassing voice crack memories?
All the time.
I don't think I've ever heard your voice crack before.
No, I mean, my voice has cracked. It's not as bad though, but probably the worst voice crack was probably like during class. Just
oh my god, that's the worst.
During class, it's just the worst because you're just like talking. You're like, "Hey, can I get the? Can you give me this?" And they're like, "Oh wow."
I feel like
I'm convinced girls' voices though goes through puberty as well.
No, they definitely do. Like I could put you next to like an 8-year-old girl and you would definitely sound different.
Well, yeah.
I'd say my voice started like really, really cracking. Now, speaking of cracking, I just cracked my knuckle. I'd say my voice only really, really started cracking when I was in 7th grade. It was really bad, but like no one noticed.
That's good.
Do you have any embarrassing fart stories? Because the stupid chair won't stop farting. Do you have any embarrassing fart stories?
Yes, I have one embarrassing fart story. I remember this very vividly because I was in elementary school. We were copying down notes or something, and I decided, I'm like, you know what? I really gotta fart right now, but I don't want. What if it's loud, or what if it's smells? And I was like so worried, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Just let out little at a time. And so that's exactly what I did, and I let out little at a time, and then eventually once it stopped, it smelled so bad.
But hey,
at least it was like silent but deadly.
It was silent but deadly.
But
you just had to let little Fluffy off her leash.
Exactly. and and it was so funny because I was like doing it, and all of a sudden, like everybody around me was like this boy next to me, his name is
it's really
Andrew.
Not important. Okay.
Andrew. Let's just call him Andrew. But the boy next.
Let's just call him Andrew. So after all that thinking, you still couldn't come up with it?
Stop it! Okay, Andrew. So he turned to me and said, "Sabrina, did you just fart?" And I just keep looking forward, like ignoring him, being like, "No, I did not."
That is your silent confession.
Going.
Your fart was silent, and your confession was just as silent, but it was still there.
Exactly. And I just kept going, and then he's like, "No way, Sabrina, you just farted." I'm like, no, I didn't.
Girls don't fart, Andrew. Come on, man.
Exactly. And he was the same boy that was like, "Wait, girls burp?" And the same one to be like, "Girls fart?"
Well, I didn't know girls farted until like 2 weeks ago. I have one really embarrassing fart story, and this was even worse than in class. Okay, so I was in the movie theater, right? There's this movie, Star Wars Episode 8. I don't expect you to have ever seen it because I don't believe you've ever seen Star Wars before, as previously mentioned on this podcast.
Yes.
So Star Wars Episode 8, there's this one scene, spoiler alert by the way, there's this one scene where a Star Cruiser drives into the Death Star, or no, a ship goes into light speed through a Star Cruiser. Basically, mega explosion, right? Or at least that's what I thought. That's what I thought, because I had been holding in this fart. This was air, because you know how when you eat popcorn, it's all airy, you know? You're drinking, I'm slurping out of an empty slushy can, that's going to inhale some air, you know?
What?
I got a lot of air in my bowels, right? I've been holding in this fart for this entire 2-hour-long movie. Okay.
Holy crap.
And I see this ship start to go through light speed through this other ship, right? So I expect there's going to be a big, loud explosion. So I think this is perfect. This is where I'm going to let out, my little gaseous state. And I thought that's perfect. But apparently, no. This is the one beautiful scene where they slow-mo everything, and there's complete silence, and it's just a beautiful scene of just metal flying through the sky, and it's completely silent. That was the only part of the movie that was completely silent. And of course, that's the one part where I perfectly timed my fart to happen. And it was loud. I swear, it was probably a solid minute long.
Holy crap.
And it was rancid. The second my cheeks stopped vibrating. The second my cheeks stopped vibrating, the whole theater turns around, just whip their head around. Who was that? So I look over to my sister.
Oh.
Didn't say anything because that's rude. Don't talk in a movie theater, people.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Come on. But I just look at my sister, and then the whole theater just hated Haley for the rest of the day, and it felt good, you know. My bowels were just really, really disagreeing with me.
Oh, jeez.
Movie theater etiquette is weird. Movie theater etiquette's really weird because, like, they tell you not to bring in stuff, like not to bring in external candy from elsewhere. But then, like, because they want you to buy it, isn't that?
Yeah,
they
want you to. Yeah, they want you to buy their candy.
Think about it,
so they
though.
can make more money.
Isn't that kind of like reverse stealing? Like, instead of
What
they
do you
don't
mean?
want you to take the candy out, they don't want you bringing candy in. It's like reverse stealing.
I don't know about that. I mean, they're doing that because they want you to buy.
No, I'm not saying they don't have a reason to, but it's just like it's funny because it's kind of like reverse stealing. Like how normally.
So it would be reverse stealing.
It's reverse stealing because in a normal store, they don't want you bringing items out. And Leia, I swear to God, come here, dog, come here. Oh, here we go. In a normal store, they don't want you bringing items in or bringing items out. But in movie theaters, they don't want you bringing items in. So in a way, it's like reverse stealing, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, Leia, can I let you down now? Leia's the cutest pupper in the world. Just saying. If you have a dog and you think she's cute, she's not as cute as mine.
Aww. Hi, Leia. Hi, baby. Do you want to be with me?
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, you're right. She does.
Come here.
Oh, here we go,
what
dog.
you doing?
There we go. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Would you say you're more of a dog person or a cat person?
That is hard because I have 3 cats and I have 1 dog, and I love my cats, but one of my cats brought in
Biggie.
Yeah, Biggie.
Which,
that's
for the
her name.
record, isn't a guy, which kind of doesn't make sense.
I like it for a girl too. But anyway,
Biggie. That just sounds like you're calling a girl chubby. What if I nicknamed you Biggie?
I would not like that.
You would not like that.
But anyway, she
Don't worry, you're gorgeous.
She brought in a live bird into our
Many
house in the
times.
very morning. Yes, many times. It's not like a first time, so it's like
No,
cool.
yeah, it's kind of her thing. But think about how adorable it is, though. This cat is just outside. She just sees a little bird tweeting on the ground. First of all, how do you even come close to a bird? I can't even step near a bird.
I don't
They
think
fly away.
I don't think she sees it just on the ground. I think she legit jumps at it and kills it and be like, okay, I need to bring this to my family.
But they're alive. I'm just imagining this cute little cat. She's just like, oh my God, this little cute bird tweeting. She doesn't kill it in its jaws or anything. She's not malicious about it. She just like picks it up. And then she carries it over inside, and she's like, I'm going to bring this to my humans. Then she drops it off in your room saying, this is my gift to you, forever mortals. I don't know, dude, but I don't know. I just think cats are adorable. Mm-hmm. I love it when a cat meows. I don't know why, but every single time a cat meows, it melts my heart, other than when my dog just barks out of nowhere. Like, I love my dog, but damn, Leia.
Leia barks a lot.
Yeah,
But yeah, I love when cats meow. But she brought in a live bird. And so my sister, she's kind of the wrangler in the house where she'll get all of like the animals that come in.
If your house was like a Wild West, your sister would be the one that everyone's afraid of.
Exactly. And so not only that, but then they brought in a lizard. Oh, I forgot to tell you this morning.
What's up?
So she also brought in a lizard that day. And then later that day, she brought in another lizard and put it in our bathroom. Here's the creepy thing. There was this thing wiggling around on the ground, and I was like, "Oh, is that a worm?"
It's a worm.
And yeah, it's a worm. And I look closely because my parents were like telling me to pick it up, and I look closely, and it's a tail. It's a freaking tail wiggling around, and it freaked me out. I had to pick it up, and I felt it moving in my hands. It was worse.
Dude, how does that even work though? Because don't you need like neurological like signals to be sent in order for it to be moved around?
That's what I thought, but I guess not.
I guess freaking not. Or maybe this lizard just has Bluetooth capabilities.
And then this morning, my mom was like, "I thought you got all the animal." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "There's a tail right there." And I looked down on the friggin' rug, and there's just a tail sitting there.
Was it still moving?
No, thank
You're good.
God.
Yeah, I think it would eventually die off. There's no way the tail's actually alive.
Yeah.
Wait, so you know how
But
lizards?
it was alive because it was just freshly cut off, so it was still wiggling around trying to survive, because my mom said that once you even cut it off, it's still alive.
Well, I mean, yeah. So you know how like lizards can like grow back their tail?
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be cool if like tails could grow back lizards?
that'd be cool.
Like you cut off the lizard's tail, you split it, and it's like Centipede. You ever seen Centipede, the video game?
Centipede, the video game?
It's a video game. It's a really old arcade game. You'd shoot up, and then you'd like try to you'd hit the centipede head on, and then it would make it shorter. But if you hit it in the middle, it would like split into two.
No.
That's what I imagine like the lizards would be though. Like
For a second, I thought you were talking about the human centipede, and I'm like, no, Jacob.
No, ew. What happens when? Oh God, jeez. We're not going to talk about this.
No,
like,
we're not.
I know this is technically explicit podcast.
Yeah.
But not even the human centipede. I mean,
Yeah,
okay,
no.
I've watched it. After the first time, it's not really that bad. I will admit.
Wait, did you watch the trailer or did you watch the movie?
Just the trailer. But I know like
Okay.
the whole concept of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But after after the first, I think watching the movie wouldn't be that bad for me. I think if I watched it at first, like the very first time, no trailer, no nothing, and you just sat me down and had me watch this movie, I would have probably thrown up a couple times.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Well, the second one especially.
the second one especially, no, yeah. But
You'd
honestly,
friggin'
though,
throw up
now
every
that I'm like
freaking second.
really familiar with the concept, because like I've been a controversial film follower for like a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think it wouldn't be too bad. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Wouldn't it be cool if
Yeah.
you just cut a lizard in half and it regrew back into two lizards? There was one time though, when I went to summer camp with Kyle. Mm-hmm. It was a fishing trip with his church.
Yeah.
So it was a fishing trip with his church. That was unnecessary. I don't know why I did that. But there was this one kid. I don't want to say his name because honestly, I feel bad for him. But basically, it was the whole group's idea, except for minus a couple people. Like Kyle wasn't involved in this. Unfortunately, I was, and I am ashamed. Basically, they all had this idea to like cut a lizard in half. Because we'd been collecting lizards, and his name was like Reginald or Bartholomew or something. I don't know, but he like cut the lizard in half, and then we put the lizard in both of the shoes.
No! So
Both
many.
His
Oh,
kid's shoes. Yeah,
that's horrible.
it was horrible. The kid ended up being really, really upset, and then had to be sent home on
Oh,
the fishing trip. And then Kyle got back, and he was like, "Whoa, what happened? Where's this kid's name?" We're just like, "Oh, you don't even know." Luckily,
we split a lizard in half and put it in his shoes.
this one kid spared me big time because he all of this main adult was just like, "Who was involved in this?" And then I just raised my hand and I said, "I wasn't." I was such a freaking pussy, dude, honestly. But then he was just like, "Who was involved?" And then this one kid stood up for me. He was just like, "Yeah, it was me and a couple other kids. But he wasn't." He pointed at me and he was like, "And he wasn't, but I know he wasn't involved." And then I just looked at him and I
Wow.
was like, "Thank you, dude." Because I've never been to this church before. I've never gone to church. If you
Yeah.
know me, I'm Eggnog.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kid really did me a solid. Speaking of Eggnog, me and Kyle, because Kyle's like a big Christian, we were talking about religion, and I said, "Oh, I'm Eggnog," and he's just like, "You mean the Christmas beverage?" And I'm just like, "Yup." And he's just like, "Do you know what that is?" And I'm just like, "No, I'm agnostic. I think. I don't know." But I told him I just like the name. I didn't know how to pronounce it at first, so I just called it Eggnog. And he's just like, "Dude, I've had eggnog once. It was delicious." And I'm just like, "What? I had eggnog once and it was disgusting."
Eggnog tastes like when you have chewed up bubble gum for a long time and it's just sitting in your mouth. That's what that beverage tastes like.
No, eggnog tastes like. I feel like eggnog would be like a really thick, like goat semen.
Ew.
That's what I imagine.
Ew,
I've
no.
never tasted goat semen before, or maybe I had the
Goat
alcohol.
semen wouldn't. No.
Maybe I had the alcoholic kind. Maybe that's why it tasted so bad. Because eggnog is like there's non-alcoholic.
Yeah, there's alcoholic and then there's a non-alcoholic. Yeah.
I think
I had the non-alcoholic one.
I think I had the alcoholic one. No, I've had both. Yeah. So that's another time when I've had alcohol, and I think the first one tasted like thickened goat semen, sweetened semen. And
I'm guessing that's the one with no alcohol then.
I don't know, but it was just too sweet for me. Like
Yeah.
I tasted it at first, and I was just like, "Huh, this is really gross."
Nice.
So we bought this whole thing of it. We had this like whole. I had this whole cup filled to the brim, and I couldn't finish it. I had one sip, and I was just like, "No." What's eggnog made of? Does eggnog contain eggs?
No, I'm not
It's
sure.
called eggnog.
It has
Wait,
milk.
I'm gonna
I
look
think it's milk, and it has certain
But But then
It has nutmeg in it, and it also has cinnamon.
Then why would it be called eggnog?
I don't know.
Traditional homemade eggnog is made from milk, cream, sugar, raw eggs. So it is raw eggs.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I guess
that be
it
kind of
is.
dangerous to drink though, if it's made with raw eggs?
Well, maybe it's mixed with other things, so it makes it edible.
That's not how that works.
I have no clue.
You can't. That's why you're not advised to eat raw cookie dough because it contains raw eggs and it can make you feel sick.
Salmonella.
But I mean, honestly though, I'd take getting sick any day over than not eating the raw cookie dough. I'm sorry, cookie dough is so freaking good.
It
I
is.
can't believe people bake cookie dough. I feel like they should just eat the cookie dough. Honestly, maybe do it like those cookie dough companies do.
Oh, heck yes.
And just make it like without raw eggs so it's safe to eat, like cookie dough bites. I wonder what would happen if you bake cookie dough bites. Would they turn into cookies? Or like the Ben & Jerry's ice cream cookie dough. Like if you take cookie dough ice cream, you take the little cookie dough chunks in Ben & Jerry's ice cream. What would happen if you baked those?
I don't know.
There's this one line in Bruce Almighty. You know that one movie that I showed you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this one line where he finishes off by saying, "And that's how the cookie crumbles," and that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I don't know. That's like a really nice finishing line. So I guess an easy way to wrap up this podcast is just, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. That should that be how we end every podcast?
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, you heard it here
But
first.
you know
folks.
what we also need to add to?
What?
We also need to add at the beginning when backyard trash.
Bird sound effects?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
We
All
need
right,
to do
cool.
that.
Well, we pretty much have our whole set plan.
Yeah.
Join us next week with a very special guest. Or not next week, 2 weeks. Join us in 2 weeks on Sunday for a very special guest.
Yes.
And that pretty much is gonna wrap up the podcast today. You have any final words, Sabrina?
Stay hydrated, kids. Stay safe.
Stay hydrated. Make sure to stay hydrated.
Yes. And make sure to stay safe in this quarantine and hope everyone is doing well and healthy.
Well, on that note, that'll be the end. Because, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.